All right, how should a team work together? This is important because when you hire people, when you bring people in, you need to give them clear instructions on how they should work together. And I'm telling you, it's going to be different than how they've worked at other companies. And when I say this to you, some of you old school folks, if you're watching this, you're going to hate this advice. There's this book called The Five Dysfunctions of a Team that is written by Patrick Lencioni. I highly recommend all of his books. I think I've read all of them. If he's got any new ones, then I might be like a book or two behind. But like I've read all of his books that I know of. He usually does like 3 or 4 chapters of like a story, and then the final chapter is the lesson. This book, Five Dysfunctions of a Team, is such an incredible book for any team that I give it to one of my friends as a wedding gift, because I think that it's so valuable for every team, including a marriage, because these are like fundamental, in my opinion, to having a successful team. I've worked with nonprofits, I've worked with businesses, I've taught marriage classes. Like, I'm telling you right now, when there are problems in a team, one of these 5 dysfunctions exists. These are think about them like a pyramid. So the first dysfunction is a lack of trust. If people don't trust in each other, they can't be vulnerable with each other. They can't say, I don't know what that means. So you're like, go do whatever, and you give them an acronym. If people don't trust you, they don't know, like, what does that acronym mean? They need to have a place to say, like, what are you talking about? I don't understand what that meant. What do you mean by that? They also, as employees, they have to be able to say, I'm overworked. I have too many things going on. Stuff's falling off my plate. They need to be able to trust that they're not going to get screamed at. They need to be trusted they're not going to be told stupid for not knowing the acronym. They need to have a level of trust amongst the team. It's the foundation. No trust, all the 5 dysfunctions exist. People need to have trust. That's vulnerability. They need to not be screamed at if they exercise that trust. If they say, I don't know that, if they say I'm overworked, if they say I need help, they're not giving, when they get the chance to say those things, it gives the rest of the team the opportunity to help them, and then it strengthens the whole team. The next layer is a fear of conflict. Oh, you old school folks are hating this one right now. You need conflict. You need conflict in your organization. Period. You need conflict. Wow. Are you saying people should disrespect each other? No, they shouldn't disrespect each other. Should people be allowed to speak their minds? Absolutely. Let me give you an example. I was trying to figure out this marketing strategy years ago. This was probably 12 years ago. And I'm like, I walk in, I'm like confident. When I speak, I sound confident. And so I'm like, we're going in this direction. I'm so excited about it. I probably read a book about it and I was like, we're gonna do that. It's gonna make it happen. 6 months later, total failure. Did not work out. Finally, had a team meeting, pulling the plug on that. It's just not working out. One of the people there says, I could have told you that wasn't going to work. I was like, bro, you were in the meeting. Yeah, but you seem confident. He didn't have I could blame him, right? But it's really on me. I did not give him the permission to have conflict. If I had said when he was hired, you have to argue with me if you think I'm walking in the wrong direction. I know this is really tough for you drivers out there. You got the high D personality. You're a driver. You're like, I like to drive. I run people over all the time. Me too, okay? You have to tell people, and I tell people this when they start in one of my businesses, day one. If you cannot argue with me, you cannot work here. Because I have them working here for a purpose. They have a unique perspective. They have a different way of seeing things. And I need that feedback or I will take them in the wrong direction. People are unique. They have a unique perspective. Your people are often doing things that you're not doing. Talking to customers, making sales, running operations, building the IT systems, whatever it is, working in finance, doing tax stuff, whatever. They need the freedom to speak up, and that requires conflict. So, level 1, you need trust. Level 2, you need conflict. Next one, lack of commitment. So, the reality is that in every organization, not everybody's going to be happy about the direction you go. If there's 30 people, if there's 100 people, there might be 10, 15, 5 different ideas of how to approach the future. You're not going to be able to do all of them. And so some people are going to be unhappy, which they should express in the conflict part. But then as a team, once we pick a direction, even if it's not my direction, even if it's a direction I thought was stupid, I didn't like, we have to commit to that. So everybody in the team has to commit to a direction, even if we disagree. So we need trust, we need the conflict, got to hash it out, and then we need commitment. Commitment has clear directions, clear priorities for each person, and the team members need to be highly engaged in making that a success, even if they disagree with it. The next level is an avoidance of accountability. You got no conflict, you got no accountability. People have to hold each other accountable. Accountability is a good thing. For you nice people out there, you think, well, holding somebody accountable is rude. Hey, John, you said you were going to get this done Wednesday night. It's Thursday morning. How come it's not done? Maybe John had the real life going on. Maybe his something's going on at home. Yes, those are real things that could happen. That doesn't mean that you can't ask John, where is it done? You're helping John. If it's a incredibly important task, you shouldn't follow up with John Thursday morning after it's due. You should follow up with him maybe Tuesday evening. Hey, John, it's supposed to be due Wednesday afternoon. Where you at, man? You need help? Is there anything I can do to help make that happen? Especially if you're a leader, you want to make sure things are done. If you have, if this is like a highly important task that has to be done, it's like a true deadline. Like you don't meet the deadline, we're dead. That's dead line, guys. Then you don't follow up Thursday just to ream them out. You should be following up in advance. Hey, is this going to be done? What can I do to help it? How can I make it so we get this done in time? Are we on track? Lead the people, help the people. Leadership is servanthood. Okay, you help people by serving the people. Serve your people and they will serve you. Last layer of the pyramid, there's 5 total. An inattention to results. So we have to pay attention to the results, guys and girls. Pay attention to the results. People miss this all the time. I missed this last week in one of my businesses, and we teach this because it's difficult. Sometimes you pick a direction or you make a slight change and you think, oh, well, that would be okay. Pay attention to the results. The results are going to be really important when we get to the KPI section. When we talk about leading and lagging indicators, results are incredibly important. So you need trust in an organization, you need conflict, you need commitment, you need accountability, and then pay attention to the results. And this is where people get really twisted up. 1, they probably don't pay attention to the results. But 2, if they pay attention to the results, sometimes they say, well, we've done all this work to get here. We can't lose it now. And what's the Japanese proverb? If you get on a train going the wrong direction, it's best to get off at the next stop. It's we're like, no, we'll just stay on. I'll just stay on the train. It will somehow put me in the right direction. It's the wrong direction. If you've gone the wrong direction, you got to get off and you got to start working towards the right direction. Even if you put all kind of time, energy, and effort into that. And the results will tell you, did you go in the right direction or not?